Hey, Matt here, your value driven coach. And today I want to talk to you in this session about how you hold team meetings that don't suck. One of the toughest things for me when I was a salesperson and a young manager in leadership was going to meetings. Man, meetings are boring. Well, the ones that I don't hold are boring. A lot of times people dread meetings. And why? Well, there are a couple reasons. So grab a pen and paper and maybe write some of this down. One of the reasons that people don't like going to meetings, and it shouldn't be a surprise, is that they don't feel like they're going to come out of the meeting better than when they went in. Let me say that again. People don't like meetings because they don't believe that they're going to leave the meeting better than the way they were when they walked in. So I'm going to give you 4 tips to holding effective group meetings. Now, this applies if you're doing a speaking gig somewhere or if you're holding a sales meeting for your people. Now, pro tip, write this down, circle it, highlight it, underline it, put a whole bunch of stars around it. But here's the deal. If you're holding a meeting where you want to teach something, educate people, things like that, do not make it a gripe session at any point during the meeting. For example, when I worked at the car dealership, we had to have a sales meeting every single day of the week. First 30 minutes of the day was what was referred to as a sales meeting. But what it often turned into was, hey, who parked this in the wrong spot? Who left the keys in the Cadillac Escalade last night? Who forgot to take the balloons off the car? Do you see how stupid that is? Boy, oh boy, you want to kill morale first thing in the morning? Start with a gripe session. So do not do your group and team meetings as gripe sessions. If you've got a gripe with somebody, pull them aside, have those conversations one-on-one, go back and watch the last session for better one-on-one meetings. So here are the 4 keys to good group meetings. So write these down. I want you to use the word LIFE as an acronym. L-I-F-E. First thing is this. Your meeting's got to be length appropriate. When you're having a group meeting, people only have a certain attention span, okay? And each thing that you're going to be discussing should be discussed for the appropriate length. They say that the human attention span, you got about 7 seconds to grab someone's attention. Then in order to keep it, you got to vary your tone and inflection. Okay. You've got to take them on an emotional journey. Right. So the first thing is it's got to be length appropriate. Each thing that you discuss has got to be length appropriate. I found for sales meetings in the morning, typically 15 to 30 minutes is about the right time period to be able to cover a point. And if you usually have a couple points and you tell people that and let them know to write them down, they'll be able to take it away. So first things first, make sure your meeting is length appropriate. The next thing for your meeting, write this down. This is what the I in life stands for. The information, okay, it has to be applicable to everyone in the meeting. You don't have a group sales meeting because you want to hammer home a point that one person isn't grasping, but you're masking it in a group training. That's always a bad idea. Pull someone aside one-on-one for that. When you're doing a group training, make sure that the information is applicable to all. Now, you don't always have to have something brand new to teach people. Sometimes it's just a sharpening of skills and a practicing of skills. Maybe you're working on handling an objection, overcoming an objection. Maybe you're reminding people of why you do a specific thing at the beginning of a sales call. Maybe you're helping people understand the purpose of some sort of qualification questions. Whatever it is, make sure that the information that you're teaching has value to everyone in the room. So the I in the LIFE acronym means the information needs to be applicable to all. Now, the third thing, and this is the one that most meetings are missing, and I don't know why I'm whispering, make it fun. Your meetings need to be fun. Look, if people are having fun, they remember it better. Their blood is flowing, the endorphins are pumping, and they're going to retain more if the meeting is fun. If you can make people smile, then they will remember more. So get them laughing. Tell a funny story at the beginning. Share a failure you've had that's slightly embarrassing. If your meeting is fun, it's much more likely to be remembered. And the last thing is this, make it educational. If somebody is attending your group session, your group meeting, your group training, they need to feel like they leave better than when they came in. They need to get something out of it that they feel like, that's a different perspective that I didn't have. Or, wow, that's some new information that I didn't have before. Or, oh, that's a new way to look at it. Or, hey, that's an easy acronym to remember how to hold good group meetings. LIFE. Okay. Length appropriate, information applicable to all, fun, and educational. If you remember the acronym LIFE, you'll be able to hold better group sessions, do better group talks with people, and you'll be able to have all around better group meetings. They'll be much more fun, much more interactive, and much more valuable for your team. And ultimately, if you're a leader, if everybody's making more money on your team, who else gets to benefit? Of course, it's you. Listen, I appreciate you tuning in to this session. And remember this, no matter where you're at in your journey, you are just one moment away from being a little bit better. Now go out there and make your day and hopefully someone else's amazing. I'll see you on the next session.